Hello everyone, this is Sean, and I'm here to introduce part 6 of the Defiant build. Now you'll see how I'm showing off the sides. That's because that's what I'm going to do today. The sides of the ship. I figured before I try to put the top and bottom, as it turns out, pinstripes on, I might as well put all the decals on the side first. And that way they'll go down smoothly. But I will have to use the file a bit on the sides just to make sure the registry number goes on smoothly. So I'll be back once I've done that. Alright, I'm back. What I'm going to do is actually use the gray. So let's see here, which decal will I use first? I'll try the registry, sure. Might as well get that on the side of the ship. So that is number 76. There it is. And what else do you need for that right side? Ooh, 54. Well, I don't know where that is, but there is 35, and I am using a light gray instead of the dark. Ah, here we go. No, wait, that's not it. All right, because 34 and 36 go on the front. Right. Ah, there we go, 36. Good. And I need to find 35. So I'll be back once I got all the side decals laid out for the starboard side. I'll be back. There we go. Got the decals laid out from front to back. Since I'm left-handed, I'll do that one first. Work my way back. So I'll get the water ready, put them on, and we'll see how it works out. I figured out where it goes. You see where I did the aqua? Well, it leads right along there and actually goes over top of it. And then, of course, you have something here. And then, of course, you have the registry on the nacelle mount itself. And, of course, windows go along the side. I'll try them as well. I do realize my slight flaw. You don't want to put 33 on there until this is dried. So, what I'm going to do is focus on the nacelle. I'll make sure next time to do the filing before I do the painting, of course, so that the decal can go down smoothly. But it's nice to see that the gray does not completely cancel out the aqua that's underneath it. At least not while it's newly formed. And I should be able to put down at least 86 right along there. So that's good, I guess, getting some decals on today. But I'll do that side tonight, I'll do the other side tomorrow night, and so on. So it'll take a few days to do the top details, but it'll be worth it if none of them fall off in the end. Not that I don't have spares, I do, but shouldn't have to use them if I'm careful. Well, there we are. And I will touch up around the section of the decal once it's down, once it's dry. Alright, so that's that one. So that is decal number 76. Because if I want to bring this decal with me, I mean this ship, to the contest in November, I've got to clean it up and everything. Okay, so 86, but it doesn't say how many go in each section. I'm going to use the light windows, the one with the ring around them. And I'm going to put 2 on the front and 2 on the back. I mean 2 up. Well, no, 2 on the front and 2 on the back. That's correct. Oh, here we go. There's that. And then it goes on that section of the, right here. There we go. Oh, that's neat. It's kind of a gray and a blue. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Well, that's good to know, though, which decal goes down there. I wondered. And the other part of 86 goes on the upper section, which I'll try to put on tomorrow. Well, they're not exactly white windows. They're more like yellow windows. See? But that's good. You can see the outline. That's an improvement over the other decals. Well, let's see. Given the way it leans, I might actually try number 36 after all. Just want to try it, just to see. And then maybe I can put on, 35, and then I can put on the other two, hopefully. We'll see what happens. The guide is very detailed in telling you exactly what goes where. You can see that little light white square at the right side of each decal is the actual yellow square of the thruster in each decal. So I'm going to try putting it on camera. We'll see how it goes. Ease it off the thruster side. There you go. And then make sure the toothpick holds it down. There we go. And then I'll have to straighten it out, of course. There you go, see? There it is, just below my finger on the blue, centered pretty well. So you just put the paper towel on it, gets out any excess moisture, put it down, and that's that one, and then I'll move on to the other two windows. The window's on a little protrusion, and the decal sunk to the bottom of the thing, but I should be able to get it up with the tweezers, so I'll try to apply it and we'll see if it works. The best thing here was to approach the window from the underside so that it could go on there properly. Trying to get it so the shadow doesn't show up. So it'll focus. There you go, see? There it is. So all I have to do is put on 87 and I'll be good. But I'm going to approach it the same way. So I'll be back with the final one. And then we'll take a picture of the completed right side. Oh, and 87 only has dark windows. No choice of light windows. So where there's a choice of light windows, I'll use them on the top and the sides. So there we go. That is the decal 54, which is an RCS thruster. The registry and the name on the nacelle. Of course, I'll have to correct the paint there, but I'll make sure to do it in a way that doesn't drip down onto the yellow. The decal there, which goes nicely along the edge. The decal at the front, which gives gray there, but doesn't obstruct. The aqua, look, the aqua goes right on the panel line and the gray goes beyond it. That's beautiful. And then the windows. So a lit window here. A lit window at the front of the nose. Focus on the finger, come on. Come on, focus on my finger. There you go. And then the other two windows up there. So that is that side of the Defiant. And I will try to lean the box so that I can get a good picture of it. There you go, that should get everything, more or less. Alright, so that's it for tonight, and I'll come back tomorrow for the top. You don't want to lean anything on the right side until a couple days later. See you all later. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, it's Sean. I'm back and I'm working on the next pinstripe decals for the top of the Defiant. Already got the top and bottom, as you can see. And once they're dry and settled, I will trim off the excess at the front here. And use my red Sharpie, which is an exact match for them when they're dry on the bottom if it's too short. But you can see how nicely, if I turn the right angle, you can see how it still preserves the blue through the decal. So that's wonderful. So what am I going to do next? I think I'll do the pinstripe number 56, which is in between the two. And we'll see how that goes. Alright, so now I've got number 56 on. I'm going to spin the ship around and go from the back for, looks like, ooh, that made it too dark, decal number 61, from what I can see here. Or decal, no, not decal 30, because that's the panel. Oh gosh, don't tell me 61 is going to have to, it's going to have to go over that. Yeah, look at that. You can see it through the bag here. It exists as one piece with gaps. Well, we'll see how it goes, and I will be back with the result. Just waiting for the pause button to return. Like the aqua piece there, the red stripe is going to have to go over 3 dimensions, 2 dimensions at least, to get in there. We'll see how that works. And if you look very closely at the diagram, you're going to see how the stripe with straight edges is near the phaser bump, and the stripes that bow in towards each other are at the back. I'm glad it's really precise like that. I'll see how it works, and I'll be back when it's on. And straightened. And flat. So there we are. It's on. Ooh, let me turn the ship so that it's not in shadow. Ah, there we go. See? Now it's on. It's pretty straight. It's pretty centered. Actually, I could nudge it a bit more centered in here. Let's see if this works. There! Let it dry like that. That's good. Now what I'll do is I'll go after the side ones. You know, 58 and 59. And that'll pretty well be all I do for today, because 88, which has to go on the back, but it strangely isn't mentioned on the bottom. I don't know if that's an oversight or not, because they're certainly long enough to wrap around the bottom. But I'm going to wait for them for later. Well, I got the first one on pretty straight, so then I just have to match it to the one on the other side. I don't know if I'm going to put on the little 64s or 62s. We'll see. Okay, so that's all I'm doing tonight. As you can see, I've got all 3 stripes on. Oh, I see where stripe 60 goes. So give me 1 minute, I'll put that one on too. Alright, so there we go. Stripe 60 is on, right up against the phaser mount. Stripe 61 is on. I can still see that it's a little bit, just a little bit misaligned compared to the phaser bump. Let's see if I can shift it over a little bit on camera. I know what to do. Just a little bit of warm water. We'll loosen it slightly. I know, trying to do this on camera. And you take the toothpick. Nudge it over slightly. Oh, there we go. Just a little more. Just give me a minute here. There we go. There you are. Now it's virtually centered. Oh, I said virtually. Not quite centered. There we go. There. Perfect. There you go. All right, so that is time to take some pictures for this part of part 6, I believe, of the Defiant. So there's that one. Come around to the port side, the front, and the starboard side. Because of the handling that's required and probably having to split it into 2 pieces, I will save 88, which goes along the back of the nacelles, for perhaps tomorrow night. And I'll try to proceed with these little markings, you know, 64 and 62, if I can. Now, it's weird. See how 64 shows up twice there, but only once there? And yet, if you look carefully, you're going to see that I have 8 of them. And then I only see 3 spots on the right and 2 spots on the left where 64 would show up. So it's very strange. But anyway, that's all for now. And I'll see you when I put on more decals. Bye-bye. Hello, it's Sean. I'm back. It's Thursday, the day before I make the trip to near Montreal for the Hobby Club meeting. And I am working on the port side of the Defiant this time. I'm going to start with the light gray pieces. As you can see from the guide, I'll start here with number 33. Actually, given the way an idea, just a minute here. I'm going to switch where the box is, where the model is. 1 minute. There. The reason I'm going to do it this way is so that the ship leans a bit, so that I can get at the decal better. Yeah, I'll use 33 and 34 on the ship to start with, and then I'll go after the nacelle, and then I'll do 54, and then I'll do the 3 windows. And that will be it for the port side, and then it'll be time tomorrow, Saturday, at the Hobby Club meeting to finish the final pinstripes before I do the registry on the back of the ship. So I'll get ready for the first decals, and we'll see how they look applied. All right, so the first decal is on, number 34. There you go, see? Now I made sure I made it match the orientation of the decal on the other side. Now I realize that they're oriented different from how they are on the instructions. You see how the light gray part on the instructions, it actually has the white box on top. I accidentally put mine the other way around, but well, that's all right. So what I'll do now is I'll go to the other decal on the front. Now this is the one, decal number 33. This is the one that has a thruster at the front, if I'm looking at the other side properly. And it overlaps with the green, but it still doesn't cover up the green that I put on there. So I'll put that one on, and we'll see how it looks, and we'll move on to the registry. Be back. All right, so I aligned the second one, which you can see here, and you can still see the aqua through the decal. So I'll put on the registry and then go for the back thruster. All right, so there is the side of the ship. Take a little picture first, because you know the way the nose runs flat and there's no windows near it, I might try the windows from the green set on there as well. So I'll be back with the rear thruster. All I could find for 8687 from the green set was the dark windows, not the light windows. But that's all right. Doesn't mean each side of the ship has to be equal. All right. So I got a couple windows on there. Can't see, well, you can see them kind of over there. But I'll put on the final one and we'll see how it looks at the end. Okay, so as you can see, I got all the decals done on the port side of the ship. And I will carefully turn the box so that, carefully I mean, so it doesn't fall. And I'll show you what it looks like. Here we go. So I got the nose of the ship done with all its windows, dark windows this time. There's the gray, which blends into the aqua. The gray thruster here outlined by the blue. The registry number on the port side. I shaved that as down as far as I could, but I didn't try to scrape it away this time. But I realized I should have put this together a bit more of the seam there. And the port thruster right there. So that's all there is for part, I guess this is part 6C1, because my hope is that 6C2, C for completion, I hope, will be on Saturday at the Hobby Club meeting when I do the top of the ship. Now the remaining sections of the top of the ship, you have the 62 and 64, but you have the stripes, 68, 88. But I think what I'm going to try to do, if they're small enough, is do 62 and 64 first, because they're on a three-dimensional surface. Then do 55. Actually, give me 1 minute. All right. So what I'm going to try to do is I'll do 55 on the nose of the ship, right there. And of course I will do 62 and 63. Now I have 8 of them, yet I only see 2 or 3 spots they could go. I don't see anything on the bottom of the ship that indicates number 64. I'm looking. You see? And there's nothing on the front of the ship either. No, there's nothing on the front of the ship. As you can see, all decals have been accounted for there. Nothing on the back of the ship. The sides are both done now. And so you have a few extras of Wait a minute. You see those dark dots right there? Okay, there's the windows. Color them in. But I think I see something. You see how there's 2 sections for 64? And there's 3 on the other side. Here, and here, and here. Now what I'm going to try to do, if there's 3 sections, you've got to put another matching 64 right about there. So that'll account for 3 of them on either side. And then the 4th one can go right there. Because I don't, quite frankly, see any other spot for it. And of course, I decided that you see the 2 raised bridge areas. There's one here, and there's one at the front. Well, I'm going to make it gold. Oh, I see why I said red and green. Because gold and blue is already accounted for. All right, well, in that case, let's see. Take a look at the front of the ship for a minute. 1 second. Where is the green? Where is the green? I'm looking for the iridescent green. Ah, there we are. Yeah, green and red should do. See, you can see them there at the front. So those should work for the ship itself. Let's see here. All right, so gold and blue, gold and blue. Gold and blue up there. You don't get into, what color are those? Okay, green and red, good. You get them at the back, and then you get blue and gold again. So yeah, you do need to account for the green and red right next to the blue and gold, and that's true, okay. So let's see here, that's a green there. Maybe have a green at the front of the ship as well. And then have the red, no, wait, you see the red of the bridge? Green will be on the back, red will be on the front. I'll mark the guide for that. All right, so green, red. There we go, see? So there you go, you got those colors accounted for. You've got the 3 sections for 64 on here, 3 sections for 64 here, plus the remaining 2 there, and that'll account for the 8 pieces of 64. So that'll be all for now for the Defiant, and we'll see you at the Hobby Club meeting on Saturday afternoon between 1 and 5 p.m. and hopefully finish the ship up. So talk to you all later and hope you have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, this is Sean, and this is part 6C2 of the Defiant build, and hopefully C does stand for completion this time. I'm getting ready to put on the back nacelle stripes. You can see them here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them so that they go over the nacelle correctly along the bottom, and they don't get twisted up or anything. I'll have them fold over a little bit, maybe to that panel line on the bottom, but then I'll cut them so that they do the rest that way. So we'll see how it works. Be back. I don't know. Okay, so I got this.
You didn't take the 20 this morning, did you?
No, I avoided it like the plague. I had a hunch.
Yeah, look.
I took the 40.
Yeah, 13 north.
Yes.
Completely closed from the 20.
I'm lucky I only went from the 40 to the 13 to the 520. The tiniest smidge. The tiniest smidge, yeah.
I had to come up.
Yeah.
Come up, it's closed.
Yeah,
Completely.
exactly.
Both sides.
Yeah, and 1 lane on the way down, so I don't know.
Not even 1 lane over there, we got.
I know. Yeah. Anyway, I got the bottom top stripe done, and it folded over well, see?
Oh yeah.
So I'll just wait for it to dry, and then tomorrow night I'll put on the remaining bottom section, which I've saved in the bag and labeled. Do the same with the top.
Oh, you just reminded me of that.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, here's the other stripe. Now I have to decide if those little 64 dots are worth doing in decal form, or my backup choice, my red Sharpie, which is the exact color of them when they're dry. I'm going to try the latter option on one side. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I did the little dots with the Sharpie. I gotta zoom in the camera so you can see them. See? Oh, where's the pen? There. 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 And there. Now, let's see here. Where are the Sharpies going to be on the model? There you go, 64, that corner. 64, that corner. Okay, I'll try it. Alright, I'm going to zoom in again. So you can see how I did the 3 red dashes with the Sharpie. So I'll take the picture. And then I'll do the nose registry and the top registry before I do the final stripes. Give the stripes time to dry. Alright, so here's the registry number of the Defiant. And I had marked out, because I'd seen 2 little dots on the guide, so I decided that they would be decal 64, but since it's easier to use it with the ultra red fine Sharpie, there it is. There and there. Take the picture and get ready for the final registry. But before I do that, I'm going to try the bottom stripes. Alright, here we are. Getting ready to put on the top registry of the Defiant. See how this goes? I'll let you know when I'm done.
Yeah, they were some wild men back then. They were.
There we are. It worked. So that's all I dare do, because as you can see, the bridge dome is raised. If I put it on its back to do the bottom back of the nacelles, it'll lean right against a fresh decal. So I'm going to leave that part till tomorrow night. I'm also going to leave the iridescent red and the iridescent green behind here for tomorrow night as well. So that's all I'm going to do for the Defiant now. That's part 6 C2, I think. So part 6 C3 will rhyme with C, which will mean complete, because I'll do the final bits. But I'm going to take the beauty shots once I clean off the mat, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so I realized I'd forgotten about decal 62. But if you look at the aqua set, you see how dark they are? So I'm going to have to use the gray set for those again. Alright, so this is all I'm done with the Defiant. What I did is I moved... Oh, you can't see them. Give me a minute. There you go. I moved the gray pieces on top of those little things. And there's the registry. So now it's time to take the beauty shots. 1. 2. The back one. And the side. Oh, and of course, I never got side shots, did I? Let's see what kind of side shots I can get here. Take the phone off the mount for that. And that's going to do it for part 6 and the finale of the 1000 scale Defiant build. this past weekend, I managed to get the final stripes on the bottom of the Defiant here, and with that, it's finished. So it can go back on the shelf. Over here, gotta turn it the right way. There you go. Next to the Discovery ships and everything else. So take that little picture of them on the shelf. It's neat, you see. The Defiant is 1000 scale. The Discovery is 2500. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the end of the Defiant build. Turned out quite different from how it is on the box. But it worked out well in the end because it made it more cheerful looking, and instead of all those different shades of gray, it added some color, some blues, some greens, etc. So that's the end of model number 36, and model 37. Give you a preview of that. One moment. There's model 37, the 1000 scale USS Voyager. What I'm going to do is end up using the painting guide from the 670 scale Revell Voyager to help me with that build, because it has much more detail than the 1000 scale Voyager guide has, as you can see. There's the 1000 scale Voyager guide, but it doesn't have that much detail inside. You see? So I've already started building it, so I can link probably eventually to part 1 or the unboxing of the Voyager build once I'm done. So the Defiant's back on its shelf. It's ready for the model contest, along with the 1000 scale Excelsior and the 1000 scale NX-01 Refit Enterprise, which has a properly printed label. So that's the end of model 36, preview of model 37, and we'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.